I'm going to put a resin finish on this and I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's get started. I turned this bowl yesterday and I sanded it. I cleaned everything up and I let it set overnight. So I'm not doing anything else in the shop, so there's not any dust coming down or anything. That's first. I only did it to 240. Normally when I do bowls, I go to 1,000 and then I use some other products, but with epoxy, it's going to cover it up. So the next thing I need to do is I need to change the jaws of my chuck. I need to set out all my materials, and I'm going to show you everything it's going to take to do it in epoxy or resin finish on a bowl. So let's go. First thing is always first is going to be safety. I'm going to use gloves. I'm not going to use a respirator today because I'm talking on camera, but if you're doing this on your own, go ahead and use a respirator. And then I'm going to use ALUMILITE Amazing Clear Cast. It has 30 to 40 minute working time. I actually have some warm water in here, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in here. I want this to be thin so it goes on there easy. So you need a measuring cup, and this is way too big. I have smaller measuring cups, but I can't see the measurements on them, so I'll just go ahead and use a ½ ounce and then go to 1 ounce, and because this goes by volume. I'll have a link to all this stuff below. The links below are right underneath the like button. So let's start mixing this stuff. Before I start mixing that epoxy, I want you to see there's some scratches on there. They're not deep scratches. They should be fine, but if I was going to do this with friction polish or anything like that, I would definitely get those out. But I want to show you that you don't have to have the best sanding job. This is all smooth and it's a good job, but I did leave some of these just to show you. And I want to clean this off one last time with denatured alcohol. It's on a towel here, and just to make sure there's no dust or anything on here. And you can see how beautiful this wood and resin is before we start mixing this stuff up. So I am super excited about this. And this glows underneath the black light. So that should be cool. I'll show you there somewhere close to the end, we'll see that. It's gonna be easier for me to see if I just go 1 ounce, 2 ounce. So this is 1-to-1 by volume. So there's 1 ounce right there. And I'm gonna be wasting some, but what do? You wanna do this bath, but you don't want to overheat it to accelerate your process, your chemical reaction. So just be mindful of that. Warm is good, hot is not good. So that helped out tremendously. So now we'll just start mixing this up. There's all kinds of epoxies out here. This is what I have. I am an affiliate of ALUMILITE, so go check it out. Jake Tennant, check out. But there's all kinds of tabletop resins will work for this. So whatever you're using, use the tabletop stuff and it'll work. So you can use a silicone brush. I have a bristle brush right here. I'm just going to make sure there's no bristles falling off of it. I just want to try to be nice and neat as long as I can. All I'm going to do is just start putting some on here. At the end, I'm going to use my gloves. So all I'm really doing is just prolonging me getting the gloves dirty. So you just get a little coat in there. I always have a waste block underneath so that I'm not worried about messing stuff up. If not, put the plastic down. You could just dump this all on here and just put too much on there, but it's gonna be hard for this to flatten off if you put too much on there, and I'm just trying to be neat. If you ever watch one of the live shows we do, you'll know that I don't mind making a mess, but I'm trying this. This is a little more important than just pouring some resin. Now I have 30 minutes to mess with this stuff. It was in warm water, so I'm sure I shortened the working time a little bit. We're just about done. I got to do the back side of it too. So we have this thing all the way around coated. I'm going to be happy with this, I can already tell. Make sure it's fully coated. It's one thing, I think it's important. You could do this with a brush. One of the reasons I was doing it with the brush is because I got to mess with the camera. I'm just going to put some on here. A little bit extra, not crazy. And I'm just going to get my hands and I'm going to rub it in to every square inch of this thing. Don't miss any parts of it. Rub it in all the way. Go all the way around this whole bowl, side and out, front and back. And just a side note here, I could put pixelation right here and it's going to look horrible. It changes the whole tone of the whole video, but I'm not going to do that anymore. And if there's extra, you can kind of tell when you put your fingers in there. If it leaves a deep groove in the epoxy, then you got too much. Get your fingers and a little bit extra. And I got this wasteboard here, just wipe it off. And I have done one where it was too thick and I had to sand it all back down and redo it. I just be pretty much because I didn't know any better, but I know better now. So I'll get all this excess off You still need to have some on there. You don't want to wipe it all off because it won't have anything to self-level. It'll be a trial and error thing for sure, I think. And as soon as you're satisfied, we'll go ahead and turn the rotisserie on in this lathe. And people have homemade solutions for rotisserie. This lathe actually has a feature that helps out with this stuff. So we'll check it out right now. This is a Nova Nebula lathe, and it is pretty cool because you go here to menu, and then you go to finish drying mode, and you hit the button. You can hit the button for how many hours you want. We're gonna go to 12 hours. Speed's 50 RPM, that's all you're gonna get. That's as low as it goes. And then you just hit go, and there it goes. Super cool, well done, Nova. The next thing is the bubbles that we talked about. You have to pop them, and you just use a torch and just go along it like that, and just pop any bubbles you see. And while we're doing this, throughout this, I'm gonna come back here several times within the next hour and check on this. So you can turn this off and you can run it around and see if you have any bubbles and go ahead and pop them. I think you're gonna get the point about that. So let's turn this back on and I'll keep checking on it. I'll be back in a second. I'm not quite sure how well you'll be able to see it, but this is pretty tacky right now. It's been about an hour or so. See these little dots? They're really not air bubbles, but they're just not level, and I call them divots or something like that. So all I'm gonna do is mix up a little bit of new stuff. This is still sticky, so there's still some chemical reaction going on, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't leave that right there and show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get just a little bit of new, and I'm thinking this is where we're at. And right there. And that was obviously way too much, but I'll put it back, I'll get it back to rotating. I'm gonna fill up all these little divots. This is new to me. I've never tried this before, so you're coming along with me. See if I can get it to where you can see them getting filled up. Make sure I don't have too much on my little stick here. I think you get the point here. There's a bunch of little divots in here. Otherwise, we just have to sand it. So I'm really not hurting myself by doing this. I'll probably have to, if this doesn't work, I'll have to probably sand it back down anyway. I'll go ahead and just fill these little divots in. You can see them as it goes around. And some of them I was trying to get out with the torch, and if you go too far, it'll divot it like that a little bit. Anyway, let me finish this up. Maybe it'll fix it. If not, I'll let you know. And then it just goes right into it. I hope you can see that. See that? I think that's gonna be, it'll be something. We'll find out. I'm gonna use some UV resin for this. See how it goes. You just got to puddle it up, make sure it looks kind of even, and then use the UV light. It needs to be a little bit puddled too, so you're probably going to use more than you think. If you try to squeegee it out over it, it's going to be streaky, and it's not going to want to cure well too. Just don't put too much. Just going to go right up to that line where I sanded, and just try to barely touch the line with it, so we won't be able to tell. Little spot right there. We'll get our UV light. One does 60 seconds, one does 120. I'll show you a close-up of this in a second, but I want to talk about a few things first. First, there are little dimples in there, and I have my opinions on it, and I want to know what yours are in the comments below. We'd nicely have a discussion about what could have been done better. I think there's an extension cord going up, and it plugs into the ceiling instead of into the wall, so I don't trip over the cord. And I think after I cleaned this, some dust come off that and got on here. I think that's what happened. And once again, I'm saying this is a very good product right here, but we all see our own mistakes that are in here, and there's just little bitty imperfections in here, but that doesn't mean this is ruined. But I think there's a little bit of dirt in there. The other thing is, I think I have some Moss Epoxy's Pro Art that has a little bit longer working time. I think that would probably help. I think maybe I got the clear cast a little bit too hot in the thing. I didn't have enough working time. It still worked. Everything worked. I just want to know how you think it would be able to be done better. So go in the comments and tell us what you think about that. And in the meantime, I did do a bowl just like this, and I turned it into a dragon nest. It's super awesome. So go over here, and I'll see you on that next video. See y'all next time. Bye.